So Madtale Idle RPG is a fun and addictive mobile game that anyone can enjoy. It's a classic idle RPG with it being a time-saving and strategic idle RPG with a very dark fairy tale theme behind it. And it does have very simple gameplay that anyone can pick up and play. But don't let that simplicity fool you, because Madtale Idle RPG is packed with depth and story and as well as overall gameplay. In Madtale Idle RPG, you take on the role of a hero by the name of Red Hood. And no, not from the Batman series, but the fairy tales of Little Red Riding Hood, and who must battle through a series of enemies to reach the end of each level. Now, while tackling this toxic pollution that only Red can get rid of from the lands, along the way you will collect powerful weapons and armor, and you will even be able to summon allies like Snow White and many others to help you in battle. The game's story is told through a visual novel style and of writing. There's also voice acting too, which in my opinion in any mobile game, that's always a plus. The game's simple gameplay makes it perfect for playing on the go, just like any other idle RPG that you'll find on mobile games. It's quite similar to that of AFK Arena, and more just like it whilst rocking that vertical mode that we all like to see. You know, very easy in the hands. You don't have to turn it horizontally. You can literally just play right from the go no matter what, whether you're on your daily commute or anything of that nature. A couple of tips to maximize the most out of your game. Essentially, definitely focus on collecting powerful characters. I've collected probably about 5 or 6 so far, and of course the stronger your characters, the easier it will be to handle the quest and earn more rewards. You can also complete daily quests to earn even more rewards. They are very generous. The game just came out, so a lot of the daily rewards and rewards that you can get just by playing the game and all the diamonds you're receiving is super generous. Daily quests are a great way to earn extra resources and rewards as well. But as well as don't do what some people will do, and what I mean by some people, I mean me, 'cause sometimes I forget. Don't forget to upgrade your characters. Definitely this, most of you guys who are the elites in the mobile gaming world, the idle RPG world, you guys already know this. But for some of my people who wants to jump into an idle RPG and don't know like the general basis of how those work, definitely upgrade your characters at any given moment of time. You can focus on one character, or you can focus on them as a whole, split up all the resources that you obtain, but definitely upgrade your characters. It's heavily needed. These guys are tough, and they're they want the smoke immediately. Let's talk a little bit about the progression of the game. Now, I am close to chapter 3 and somewhere one of the levels. I've been leveling up while playing other things, but as you progress through the game, you will earn, of course, experience points that allow you to level up that character. Most of the leveling you'll be going through will be through the adventure mode, and as well as letting the game idle, which would then gather up more resources. But the more level you go up, the more resources you can obtain through your wagon, which would then allow your characters to become more powerful. You'll also be able to unlock new skills and abilities for each and every character you come across. And it's kind of a very rather simple progression system, still holding roots to similar idle RPGs. That's being able to, you can hold the upgrade button, which allows you to level up faster, so you're not just clicking upgrade every single time. Of course, most of you may already know this, but for some of my people who haven't even gotten into the idle RPG world, that tip is definitely for you. Now, I spoke about it a little bit earlier, but the wilderness. Now, this is where earlier I said that the game has lots of content. Of course, with any idle RPG, the premise is very simple, but we need something to just keep botting into every so often, and that's where the wilderness come in from. Other than just doing your main base storyline in the adventure, you can play the wilderness, which right now what I've been doing is the gardens, which has a season cycle, and it's the rogue-like variation of the game. You could take your team, fight up enemies. Every time you win a particular battle, every battle, you then can get a particular passive buff for per battle that you come across. And you can keep doing that, and that would just give you a general idea of just testing out your characters. And of course, you can test out other characters through it, because they allow you to test them out too. So you'll at least get a general idea of how they stack up to the competition. what are their procs, what are their buffs, debuffs, stuff of that nature. Now, speaking about the characters, Madtale Idle RPG features a cast of colorful characters, and when I say colorful, I mean it. This is by far some of the most beautiful artwork I've seen in a mobile game. All of these characters have their very own unique personality. A lot of them are definitely original characters by Archosaurus and Vega Games. You can collect these characters and use them in battles to help you defeat your enemies. But there are some characters that will play homage to fairy tales, like Snow White, Red Riding Hood. Those are the two I've seen so far. But if you go through the collectory, you can see a lot of other fairy tale characters. This is a more darker tone, kind of if you guys ever watched the TV show Once Upon a Time or the Grimm's Brothers. Those are like those type of tones of the characters that we're going for. Now, the bosses are fairly simple. There are plenty of challenging bosses in the game. They call them elites, but you will have to defeat them in order to progress at certain point in times of the adventure mode, and as well as when you're during the wilderness mode. The rewards, as you progress through the game, you'll be rewarded a variety of items, including powerful weapons, armor, and even new characters. These rewards will help you become even more powerful and unstoppable. And remember that wagon I was telling you about earlier? Yeah, the more you do in the game, the more that wagon will be able to hold. Make sure to log in every day, because that wagon can access stuff like money, anything you need to be able to do your job better at playing this game. But pretty much Madtale, if you're looking for a fun and addictive mobile game, that can be, because idle RPGs are probably one of the most addictive mobile games out there on the market. There's so many out there, all fighting for one's attention. I think Madtale is definitely something you guys should check out for the simple fact of, one, the artwork. It's not cartoonish. That artwork looks beautiful. All of the artists that it's in that helped develop Madtale, you guys deserve a whole reward. Y'all deserve a Nobel Peace Prize, because it looks beautiful. It's definitely worth checking out. It is free. It is on the Play Store, or you can go head over to TapTap and go get there. If you guys want, I do have my TapTap link in the description below. Now, the story in the world is something easy to get into, but it's something you can get lost into as well, because it's just intriguing of how they played the story behind Little Red Riding Hood and other fairy tale based creatures. Well, other than that, what do you guys think about Madtale? Is that something you'll be picking up? The game did just come out globally for us, so if you guys want to check it out, go ahead. If you guys want, definitely subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. Definitely like the video. It helps the YouTube algorithm. If you want to see more content regarding mobile games and PC RPGs, then definitely hit up your boy. You know I got you. Also, join the Discord. We can talk a little bit more about this stuff on the Discord. And if you have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comment section below. I'll try to answer as best as I can. But as always, it's been your host, KSDTV, here at Chaotic Inc., signing out. Peace.
I don't sleep, that's so weak, don't plan to rest. I'm from a hood where you die if you don't pack a vest. No culinary degrees, but whipping crack the best. Chefing, hard times taught lessons. Praying every night to pull up in park Benzes. What's my home is what you call trenches. You wouldn't last a day seeing life through all lenses. It's all tension, no sun, and rain and plenty. Full-time job, still can never make a penny. I ain't rapping for